destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Spotter returning to ship.
Enemy battleship destroyed. We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Torpedo support. Enemy cruiser detected. Enemy destroyer sighted.
cruiser destroyed.
The ship is on fire.
The enemy is about to win.
We've destroyed an enemy battleship.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes astern. Problem solved, sir. The ship is on fire.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
The enemy is about to win.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Torpedoes direct front. The ship is on fire.
Enemy cruiser foundered.